Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Soundcheck by Learner to Learner, a collaborative learning channel where we are all coming together, sharing knowledge and information. We also do live Q&A when it comes to audio, all things audio questions. So if we can answer any audio questions, this is the place. And if you are one of those people who are just now starting to do audio and feeling really frustrated, maybe this place is for you because you can come in here. It doesn't matter where your level is. We have people, a room full of people that you're about to meet with various different audio level experience. So let us know if you are if you're new here. And if you are, let me see, there are 4 people watching already. So if you're watching here on YouTube and if you're new, let us know. I'm seeing some people on Clubhouse, but not the same group of people that was over at the RØDECaster Pro user meetup. However, if you want to join by calling into the show, since this is a live call-in show, you can do so by going to the website. The website is learnertolearner.com. If you go to the website, you will see a button for you to press call in with Zoom registration right here. If you click that button, it's going to take you to a registration page. When you are in the registration page, fill out those simple questions and I will get notified when somebody register and I'll make sure that you are approved. Once you are approved, then you will be able to join the show with us. Let's meet our guests first on Zoom. Let's see, who do we have here? We have Rob. Hello, Rob.
Hey.
We have John here. We have Nee. We have Ata. We have Glenn. Hello, Glenn. And we have Charles that will be coming back momentarily. This is be right back sign on there. So this week, we have Rob freshly set up. His system is freshly set up for his brand new OG RØDECaster, using it with his RE20. Mm-hmm. And oh wait, look, hello road crew. Mic check, says Ernesto. Hello, Ernesto. So what we just did was we have his microphone set up, and he might have some questions. But this week, what we think would be interesting. Who was it? Was it Aaron? I think Aaron was the one who posted that question in the chat asking, why don't you guys talk about or share what your preferred headphones? That way, we can share why we like certain headphones and why we do not like. We can find out why Rob does not like his MDR7506 Sony 7506. So maybe we'll throw that out there. I think who else is just now joining? I think I'm seeing Matt should be joining us momentarily too. Matt, who was unable to join us last week, now should be able to join us. All right. Now, let's start with Rob. Tell us your preferred headphones. And why do you not like the Sony MDR7506?
They hurt my ears.
Is it because of the high? It's very grating? Or is it physically pushing up? No, like physically or?
They're uncomfortable. The padding on them's crappy. Everybody raved about it.
But it's not the sound. It's not like the sound that's piercing your ears, is it?
No, the sound's all right. The sound is very bland. Exactly what I wanted, what I expected. It's what I wanted from it. I wanted a sound
like very flat.
Yeah, exactly. It's what I was expecting from a pair of monitor headphones. And they're very cheap. So, it's not embellished in any way. So
I may have, if you like the sound, if you just don't like the padding, I actually have a different, like a third-party padding that I actually use that I think you might like. That I'll share that with you separately. Remind me, like, you've got my email, and so send me a note. Remind me to send that link to you because I have my Amazon purchase saved because several people have asked me about that. And the only thing is, it will for our friend Sean, who's an audio engineer, he thinks that messes with the sound a little bit. But to me, it's not important. The comfort is more important. And the reason why, let me show you what it looks like. Let me show if I can pull.
I guess,
Okay.
I guess, Rob, since you into buying, you see the same one that Charles has. You could get one of those.
I'm
Wait.
sorry, what?
Okay. I don't think he heard you, Dean. So it looks like this. Let me see if I can cover.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of like velour, and it's a lot thicker
Huh.
because we wear glasses, right? And this is this is a reason why I actually have my my biodynamic headphones, because it's circular. Number one, the cup is circular, so it is. My whole, even though I have really big ears, elephant's cousin, so I have really big ears, but the circular shape allows my entire ear to be inside the cup, and therefore I don't feel the pressure of the padding pushing up against my glasses and then pushing up into my ears. And that is definitely an open back, and that's why we hurt ourselves.
You should get these.
So not open back when you are on the show. Because what open back does is, it, like the name suggested, the back is open, so sound comes out of it. And if you're just listening, it's fine. But if you're in a phone call, people talking will come through to your headphones and then into your microphone and get picked up by that. Okay, so John Lowe, you have a biodynamics too, it looks like.
Yeah, I've got the same biodynamics. The other thing that you gotta look out for is the impedance.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yours is different from mine.
Yeah, mine is a high
Yours is
impedance
250?
headphone. No, 250.
Mine is 80, yeah.
Yeah, there is I think like 3 levels with the
Yes.
biodynamics. You have the 35. Is it 35? It's 30-ish, and then you got the 80, and then you got the 250. So what's the difference though? What does the impedance do to the headphones?
Anybody else want to take this? No
So,
audio engineer wants to take
I-
this.
I've heard a few different things.
Yeah, let's see what we
Um,
like. We're all learning. Doesn't matter. No shame. Let's think of why. Let's share what you think it is.
Okay, what I think it is. I don't know how accurate it is, but I heard that it's a matter of like quality of sound. The higher the impedance, the better the resolution. I don't know how rare or how realistic that is, though.
Audio engineers, come share with us next time. Well, Matt is here. Is Matt here?
I'm
Yeah. we have a pro. Okay, so Matt, take it away.
Wow, that's been a while since I've dealt with. And I got rid of, when I sold my company, I got rid of most of my high end equipment. So I'm using the Rode ones.
And those are
100
good. That's good.
For
I think that's what.
$150. They're soft as all get out, and
Yeah.
I give them about a 7.5 out of 10.
Nice.
But understand, my Sennheisers were about 25 times more expensive than these. So
And value and quality and comfort. This is not bad. This is
Yeah,
the
I mean-
NTH 100.
100.
Yeah. And this
They
is what
come in-
Charles is wearing too, right, Charles?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're-
That came from what you're wearing. The
The biodynamics. Yeah.
Yeah, I've used them in studios before. When you go into a studio, they generally provide the headphones they want you to use because they've tuned them to their system. So I've used Sony's, I've used Sennheisers, but
So
the
you-
high impedance is
Yeah.
Yeah.
is
Let's talk
the-
about high impedance. Yeah.
is the
Resistance.
kind of think of it as the same way with when you record.
Yeah.
You got 48, 96, 128,
Uh huh.
256,
Uh huh.
320.
Like
The
sampling
higher-
rate, like the more
Sampling,
higher
yes.
fidelity.
Yes. But when I was in the studio years ago asking that question,
Uh huh.
he says, well, that was created back when there was a huge difference between $100 pair of headphones and a very expensive set of headphones.
Yeah. These days,
It's kind of like cameras today.
it's less
The Fuji camera, the Sony camera, the Canon camera, they're all good. Okay.
Yeah.
And unless you're buying, some Bluetooth, $50 off Amazon, if you're buying these Rhodes, you're buying Sonys, they're all good. They color things slightly. I mean, like my favorite headphones are my Apple Pro Maxes because but they color the sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, wait, that's the thing. For enjoy, like you wear it for different purposes, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And noise canceling. You never want a noise canceling in a studio.
Yeah.
But if you're flying on a plane, you want noise canceling.
When you're talking about coloring it, it's like it almost give it a characteristic to the sound. There's sound.
Right.
It shapes the sound a little bit, and therefore, if your purpose is just to enjoy some music or talk to your friends here, it's fine. But if you really wanted to do serious audio work, then it might change your judgment when you
Actually, for serious studios now, one of the sets are always these
AirPods.
because
Most people are listening to music that way, right?
That's just what the public's listening to.
That's true.
I mean, you find if you take 100 people that buy, they don't buy CDs anymore. They buy, they're streaming off whatever platform. What they're using, 85% are going to be some sort of AirPod.
Yeah.
So all studios have. If you don't have a set, they'll give you a set when you walk in because it's got to sound good through that, or it doesn't count.
That's true. And so that is why headphones is important, depending on what your, like I listen to music with different pair of headphones. I do the show with different pair of headphones, depending on what I want to achieve. Some, like what I try not to, and the reason why I go with this pair, the 770, DT770 Pro, and I have an 80 ohm. That one is for I asked an audio engineer, somebody who's very experienced, and I said, if I want to buy a pair that it's like, with what you would use, neutral enough where you can mix stuff. Obviously, you can argue that you probably want to mix with monitors instead of headphones. But if I were to have to do it, which one would be? And so he recommended this one. And I have to get used to, my ears have to get used to it because I was previously using the MDR7506, the Sony one. And that one also, like it's industry standard for video world. A lot of people use the Sony's MDR7506, but I find it to be the high end is a little bit brighter, like so sounds a little brighter, and therefore my thumbs up. No, it's not doing it now. Therefore, it fatigued my ears. So it's not painful only that it presses up against my glasses into my ears, but it also fatigued my ears. My ears get really tired. And so when I switch over to the the DT770, I find that to be a little bit more comfortable for me.
These are the most comfortable headphones I've ever used. The Apple ones.
What's it called? Max?
Pro Max.
AirPod Max.
Yeah.
I saw Nee picking up his Shure. What was it? I don't know what was this. Was it a Shure? What is it? Tell us about it. Yeah.
It's a Shure. One of the Ionics. I don't remember. I think it's the Ionic 40. And this is what I used to travel, like, because it's
noise cancellation.
Yeah, but I also got the same one that how they call it has Charles and Matt both have.
And the Rode NTH100.
Yeah, I think I was one of the first people who actually got it, and I think
you got for your fourth pair.
We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. But I was gonna let you guys know.
Oh, let's talk about it.
I think
people need to know.
Yeah, so Matt, you see where you lock the headphones on, right?
Right.
Like once you adjust it and you lock it, right? For some weird reason, mine keeps snapping off. Yeah, and I think maybe because I got a big dome, or maybe because
No,
I'm
they
always
had a
wearing a
they
hat.
had an issue with the first batch. I heard.
Oh,
Okay, so mine kept on snapping. So what I ended up doing was I got a gaff tape and taped it up, and it's still cracked, right? So they ended up sending me a free pair, and then Sweetwater also sent me one back again. So I got a additional pair that I use, but those headphones are like pretty awesome. Like I don't feel no fatigue or anything, but I got them all shipped back to the States since I'm coming back this Friday. But those are really good headphones. Like since they came out, I've never had no issues with it. But the only issue that I have with it is if you unplug it from the RØDECaster or anything and you listen to music, I just don't really like it. I end up going back to my ear pros, or when I'm in a flight, I just use um Shure Ionic, you know. Those are the only two headphones that I use. I don't like Beats, neither do I like the Skull Candies, you know, because those are like really heavy on the bass, and I'm not a bass kind of person. But the only reason why I like the earpods also is when I put it on special audio and you listen to the lossless audio and it does the head tracking and everything because I'm always moving around. I like that sweep of the music going back and forth, and depending on what music that you're listening to, it's really awesome. But for editing, I like using the Rode um headphones because I mean it's just kind of like soft, and since I can afford a luxury car and it's got Alcantara on it, so that's the closest I ever get to a luxurious car. I'm
I
done.
had it in
Hopefully
the
you guys can hear
roads
me good, right?
as well. I had it in the roads as well, but then when I play it back, I put the earbuds in just because, again, that's how most people listen to podcasts, which is what I produced for a while. I'm not doing just my own stuff right now, but
um, that's good conversation, Rob. I just pasted the link to the replacement ear pads for the MDR 7506. I find that to be way more comfortable. And it's a different material too. You know how those, and I'm sure a lot of people have experienced it, the original MDR 7506 ear pads is sort of like that fake PVC leather thing, and over time with contact on your skin, on your oil, the oil from your skin will make it flake. And
Right.
magnetic, it'll make it flick, and you get all this black dots on your face. You know, all the editors that we have. So, stop using those. Anyway, so check that out and see if you like them.
So the one thing that
Okay.
I
Bought it.
will I will say to kind of to go back on the impedance, the way I looked at it was, like I started out with the same barodynamics, and I found myself asking, should I go with the lowest or the highest or the 80 in between? And really, it was a question more of, what am I going to be using the headphones primarily for? And is there a chance of an alternate use? And if so, what would that alternate use be? So, taking a look at the barodynamics, it's 32, 80, and 250. Now, if I knew without a doubt there was never going to be a situation that I would ever want to use them other than in a audio interface and a set system, I would have bought the 250s.
Right.
If I knew I was primarily going to be using them on like CD players or, mobile devices, tablets, phones, if I was going to be using them there more so than with an audio interface, I would have gotten the 32s.
That's a good
80,
way of thinking about it.
Yeah, 80 it's kind of that happy medium. It's going to perform
And that's what
well
I have.
enough. Yeah. And that's what I had. I had the 80s, and to the point earlier is, I mean, all this stuff is made, if you're buying a main top brand, Sony, any of the top brands out there, they're all made within such tight tolerances of each other now. There's
Agree.
very minimal difference. It's almost more personal preference than actual hardware difference.
Do you think you could
because they
tell
all
the
borrow
difference?
from each other.
Do you think that you could actually tell the difference between a high ohm and a low ohm barodynamic?
So
I could
you will
back
be
in
able
the
to.
day, but not at 65. I can't.
You've lost some of the
So
frequencies.
you can. So like if you notice, the easiest way would probably be with a mobile device or tablet. If you took a 32 ohm and you plugged it into a portable audio device like a phone or tablet, and you set your volume to a comfortable range, and then you left the volume, unplug those headphones, and then put in like a 250, you would have to turn it up.
Yeah.
No, I
get
mean
that
like,
same level in your ear.
no, I'm saying like other than the fact that you would have to modify the volume, the audio quality, I'm saying, of the audio that you put through it, would you notice
should.
like,
Because
the
you're basically
resolution of it?
the higher
It's
the
a
ohm,
it's a
the-
higher quality, but again, you got to have the training and the ears to hear it.
True.
right.
And so
So it is,
But it
true
does
that
make a
you do
difference
get a
physically.
You do get high res quality out of a higher ohm then.
yes,
Okay.
But to his point, if you don't know what the heck you're actually listening for, you're not going to notice the difference. Like the only reason I notice, and like a lot of us may notice the difference, is I grew up in doing singing on stage and choir. And I did audio production in theaters, and so I've just been around it and had to listen to it for so long and been trained on it, so I can hear subtle little things that make a difference to me. Everybody else probably won't even hear it. You know, and that's just, if you want to get that critical of it, sure. You know, but that's why I went with an 80, because the everyday person that's listening to me, they would never notice the difference. They're just not. They're listening on mobile devices and AirPods.
So if I'm going to buy a pair of Bear Dynamics for my studio, which
Just
should I
get
buy?
80s.
Yeah.
80s?
Then you can
get
use that even on your well, actually the newer Macs can drive the 250. The newer MacBook Pros can
'Cause I
drive
don't go
250,
anywhere.
but you will find if you have a pair of 250, if you want to plug into any portable devices, it sometimes doesn't have enough oomph to push to drive it with 250. So 80 would probably. I have 80.
Okay, so two good things about the Rode headphones also that I like is
The
so
camera
based
is so
upon where-
good. Sorry, your camera is so good. Is this your
What
pocket?
camera?
Your camera, Nee?
No, I'm using the same thing that Charles is using. I just had to plug in my Amron light because
Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Well, thanks. Yo, so
I was distracted by your good looks.
Okay, maybe when I go home, my
something
wife will be
that
excited.
nobody ever
you
says
know.
about me.
So one of the good things I like about the two headphones that Charles and Matt are both wearing it is with the cabling, right? You can decide where you want it based upon where your headphone jack is, right? So if your headphone jack
can
is on
swap.
the left side, you could swap it, right? And then for those of you who are gamers also, there's a microphone that comes on it that you could plug into that microphone and turn it into a gaming headset. You know, that's one of the good things that I like about that microphone, and that's why when I said that microphone, those headphones, and that's why when it broke, I was like so disheartened, and I got another one, you know, and I still have a backup, and I think those are one of my best headphones because I used to edit, and I'm ashamed to say this. I used to edit with a Bose headphone, and it would always change the.
Oh yeah, that's a no-no.
It sounds good, yeah, and yeah, till I found John and John Michael Charles, you know, because Charles always got that smooth silk voice. Now I can tell why, because he was a choir boy. You know, I still learning.
That's how I ended up in the
headphones.
back.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of the choir to go run the sound because my voice was changing, and I've been back there ever since.
Yeah.
You know,
Here's-
Oh,
no,
there
I
you go.
was-
That's your.
Yeah.
That's
I was
the
with your one.
NTH something or other mic attachment, right, Matt?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. The only thing I don't like about that microphone is you have to bring it really close to your mouth, like hold it close to your mouth in order for it to like sound really good, because it's more or less like a condenser mic kind of thing, but
Well, that's what you.
it sounds really good.
That's
Yeah.
what you want with all labs, to be quite honest. My favorite lab on a speaker is the Countryman or the DPA that's, sits
almost
right
touching
here.
you, yeah.
You see preachers wear them all the time.
yeah.
The little bitty.
The Janet Jackson kind of mic.
No, that's a
That's a
higher
different-
end mic.
Yeah.
That's for singing versus talking. The DPAs are the more singing ones. But if you're trying to mic somebody talking at a conference, preaching, that kind of thing, the Countryman, little E6, I believe it's called, is a wonderful.
I'm
lab.
gonna hop on to Glenn since he mentioned that, and then we'll go over to Arthur and see if there's any headphones that you prefer. And we kind of know, but we'll also have Matt talk about his as well. So Glenn, yours is a Sennheiser. Was that you, Glenn? Was it a Sennheiser? You're muted.
Yeah, not any longer.
Okay, there you go.
I'm
It's
free.
a Sennheiser HD 280.
Good
Yeah,
sound mic. Good.
it's the same one that Joe Rogan uses. That's what I'm told.
Is that headphones? Sennheiser
Yeah,
HD 280.
yeah,
Oh, I gotta
yeah.
look it up because I don't know if I know what it is.
These
Is that what you're wearing?
guys.
Okay. Okay. And then
That's
why
it,
do you
uh,
like it? I mean, other than Joe Rogan, where it's the same.
I didn't get it for that reason. I was trying to get something that was good and it was relatively low cost. And these were at, I've forgotten where I learned that little fact, but because I'm not a show watcher, but they were like $100 and they seemed to have some credibility. It's Sennheiser. So I said, hey, let's go for it. And I've never looked back. John, I've never looked back.
Now, do you have other pairs, or is this the go-to one that you go to?
John, I never look back.
So you don't.
Actually, what I do, this is.
I don't believe you, though.
No. This is the only wired set I have.
Uh-huh.
I have more of the pods than any kid on my block. I'll bet you I have 50 pairs. So
Like AirPods, all variants type.
What I
Oh,
no, it was my RØDECaster thing.
Oh, I
Everybody
thought it was an
relax.
earthquake.
Everybody relax. Okay, no. I've got what I've gotten into is the kind of pods that go over the ears and not in the ears. So these will go.
Oh.
Let me give you a better shot.
I'll go to
let's
you.
see.
There you go.
Okay. So like these just they hook on your ear. They
Uh-huh.
don't- and they sit on top. They don't go inside. They just sit
Put
on
them
top.
on.
And I've
Put
got
them on
all
for us.
kinds of pairs like that, and the sound is fantastic.
What is
It's
that one?
open-
What brand is that?
This is it's Oladance, OLADANCE. The best that is made is by this company called Clear Audio.
Clear
It's
Audio.
these.
Oh,
Clear.
EE.
And these are like the I think they're the Sport Tech 2 or something like that. But
It
these
is,
are the
it's also a
best one-
microphone, right? Is it just
I'm
headphones?
sorry, what?
Is it also microphones? So you can use this to take calls and go on meetings? Oh, I think you accidentally muted your mic when you touched
Hey,
it.
John, when you get a
You tap
chance,
on
I have
the-
a question, Ray.
Okay,
I
got
have
it,
a
Ray.
question when you-
Yeah, we'll come to you. So tap on the mute button again on your mic, on your MV6.
Now you can hear me, right?
There you go. Now we can hear you. Yeah. There.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. And so we'll I'm going to actually do a break before we go to Arthur. I'm going to hop onto Ray Ray first.
I know what's going on. I know what's going on. These are tied into my computer, and now and now my computer's dedicated to those, and so it's not dedicated to this anymore. Let me correct that real quick.
So, very cool. I'm gonna.
You're back. You're back.
You've been back. You've been back. But I'm gonna.
I couldn't hear you because my pods had taken
it
over.
automatically like Bluetooth repair it. Okay.
Yeah,
Now I understand.
Yeah.
Now I understand.
But I do recommend getting those for people. I've got all kinds. Here's a pair. Here's a pair. I've got a whole box full here of just I got pods as far as the eye can see.
Matt is counting.
I recommend getting the ones over the ears. I know that people have stayed away from the kind that go in the ears because it bothers them. It would bother anybody, but essentially you can wear these all day long, and they're open ears, so you can listen. You can have a conversation with someone while you're wearing them. I think they're fantastic.
By the way, we have 7 people on Zoom. This is amazing. Anyway, I'm going to quickly hop back to Ray and see if this question is related to the headphones that we're talking about. If not, we'll wrap up our headphones discussion. Then I'll come back to you, Ray. Ray, is this headphones related to what we were talking about, or not yet?
No, it's
okay.
it's about a mic.
Okay, all right. So we'll come back to you, and we'll finish our headphones discussion with the panel, and then we'll come back to you. Okay, Ray?
All right, gotcha.
Okay. All right. So
thank you.
Maybe Arthur can share your headphones that you wear, why you chose them.
Yeah. Can you hear me all right?
You are not coming through your microphone. I think
I'm not.
I think it's coming through your built-in microphone. Can you tap on your mic and see if it's coming through there? Nope, it's not.
All right. Give me another minute.
Okay, all right. How about we hop over to Matt then? Matt was counting how many pairs of headphones he has.
Yeah, I have the Sennheiser 280 Pros that somebody had. I have the
NTH
NT,
100,
the Rode ones. Rode only makes one, so I just call it the Rode headphones. I have this set of ear.
In-ears?
This company.
Are those in-ears?
The cheap in. They're if you're looking for a cheap in-ear.
Those are good. Those are good, man.
If you're looking for a cheap in-air system, this is it. It's like $100, and you know, I have a nice set of in-ears that have custom earpieces that are like $3,000.
Ooh.
And then I have a customer. These are not mine because I don't have that kind of money. But I have a customer that has a Sennheiser, their top end. Now you know what the most expensive headphones in the world are?
No.
Sennheiser.
Sennheiser.
The
$48,000.
Yep,
oh my God!
Yep. It comes.
Do they sell on Amazon?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's
I can't remember what it's called.
Morphosis or so. It's the Morphosis or so.
Yeah,
it comes
it's
with
a.
I'm going to type in on Amazon most expensive Sennheiser.
Oh, you're not going to find this on Amazon.
I was torn between those and the HD 280 Pros here. It was a toss up.
Yeah.
How much was it? Did you say it was 1,800? No, 4,800.
48.
No.
When they came out, they were 48,000. I don't know what they are now, if they even still sell them. But
it's because of the marble stone and the tube that comes with it.
Oh yeah,
so the warmer the tube gets, yeah.
It's like my favorite mics. You know, my favorite mics generally have a tube in them, but that takes the price always to at least $2,000 usually.
I see this.
Yeah, that's the cheaper version. Yeah, that's a cheaper version.
Is that 1,500?
Oh no, that's him. That's him. That's them.
Is that right? The 60,000
60,000. That's it. Yeah, see the tubes?
Oh. Okay. This is how, I wonder what the sound is like for rich people. And now I know.
John, just buy one.
No,
just buy one.
Where do I get the money? Are you guys going to donate that pair for me? I have the money. I just wouldn't spend that much. Okay. All right. Let's see. Arthur's back. Is Arthur's back?
Can you hear me a little bit differently now, or is it the same?
I think it's the same, but we can hear you.
I think his microphone is too high too. That's why.
No, I think it's like it's not. Did you have to reboot your MD
I
the
did. I
you
did
did
reboot the DLZ.
the DLZ? And is your Zoom seeing your DLZ as your input or no? Is your Zoom call
Zoom seeing the DLZ.
if your microphone set up, make sure that it is on your DLZ on your Zoom call.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, it might be on your
Right
built-in.
now it's on external headphones.
Yeah, there you go. That's why. But yeah, now
How's that?
hasn't switched over yet.
Is that the same? And not now either.
Still the same to me.
Any different now?
Nope.
Hmm.
You want to mess with it while I talk to Ray, and then we'll come back to you. Maybe Ray, you want to ask your microphone question?
Yes. I have I finally started using my microphone, which is the Sony. I forgot the number, but I'm not as equipped as you guys. But I started using it yesterday. But I wanted to do. I'm not sure. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I can see you on YouTube and I can only hear you on Clubhouse because it just interferes if I have both on.
That's right.
But in any event, I just wanted to do kind of like a layering thing because I started doing poetry and I wanted it to sound like a song in the background. So I wanted to know with my microphone, is it better for me to do it through GarageBand? Or should I do my voice separate and then add in the music through like iMovie with my video? Or should I just add in a sound do the like a layer, do my voice, then layer it and then do the video?
Okay, let me see if I
But
got.
can you do like the voice with the soundtrack in GarageBand is the question.
Yes, if you can, I think I'm see if I got this right. You're asking if you want to have layers of your audio tracks or multi tracks stack on top of each other. Can you do it in GarageBand? The answer is yes. That's what it's meant. The software is meant for you to do that. So yes.
So it's just like Photoshop then, right? How you layer.
Yeah.
In
Yeah. In
Photoshop.
audio, yes, audio layers.
I'm just gonna prep separate because I have I have Sound Beat, and I wanted to know Scream. I think it's called Scream Beats. I wanted to add that in the background. Can you add that into? Is that too much, or
What
is
is
this a separate
Is
entity?
Stream Beats the subscription that we were talking about, right? Stream Beats.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you download that file, you mean from the subscription, can you use it there in GarageBand?
Right. So
Yeah.
how would you use it in GarageBand?
You
would
just
have
drag
to
it.
bring it in.
You just drag that. If you download the WAV file or the
Okay.
AIFF file and drop it, just drag and drop it into your GarageBand project, and it will show up as a layer.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, just checking.
Mhm.
So, thank you for that. I was gonna come on mic, but actually I was washing dishes while I was
Okay.
listening to you guys.
No,
So, but
that's
thank you
good.
so much.
You're welcome. All right, Arthur. Yeah, are you able? It looks like you're still testing. You were tapping. I wonder. So
I have no idea what I'm doing
in
right now.
Zoom, does it say in your microphone in your Zoom setting? Does it say that it is using your what is it? Your DLZ?
The options that I have, because I do have it plugged in from the USB to the USB of the DLZ, as well as from the headphone of the Mac into, which splits into both.
Oh, like for your
the-
different app for like you were talking about, like no, that's for the headphones. You're getting, but wait, on right
the
currently
options that
in
I have
Zoom,
right-
yeah.
Well, the options that I have right now on select a microphone within Zoom is same as system, Ecamm Live Virtual, MacBook Pro microphone, Ecamm Live Virtual mic, and I show you.
So you don't see your MDR, your DLZ at all.
I don't see it for some reason.
Huh. So maybe is it not connected to your system and you unplug it and replug it back in to see if it would see it?
It is.
Or what
All right,
about?
I'll tell you what. While I still have you, I'll just tell you what have, as
Okay,
long as you
yes,
can hear me.
yes, we can hear you.
I tend to use the 7506
Uh-huh.
Sony.
Sony.
That's what I've had. In fact, I bought, this is the second one I've owned.
Oh,
The first one, as you can see, had that stuff just kind of rip off.
ah,
You know, it just sort of comes off. It
you can
gets
swap
flaky.
those.
What's that?
You can change those. I'm gonna share that link one more time because I find
Yeah, I saw that link. Yeah.
yeah. So that padding is good. I mean, I use it because it's more comfortable for me. I mean, you can get any like the cushion, but the one that I shared earlier, I can't find it now. It's good because it's comfortable. It's that kind of velour. So sometimes I get sweaty when it's the pleather, the plastic leather, and I get sweaty. So I actually like the earbuds that I was sharing. I'm gonna try to look it up for you again to see if I can share that with you. Oh, it's in the chat. Yeah, it's in the chat. It's in our Zoom chat as well. It's also on the YouTube chat if you look it up. I can't remember which one is it though. I'm gonna click and see if I can go to it.
Both of those work.
I'm as far as the mic, it's just something stupid. I'll figure it out. But because I had it working last time.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's fine. I'll figure it out.
All right. So anybody else want to share their choice of yes, John Lowe. You have an Anchor pair of headphones or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether you guys are familiar with Anchor.
Yes, the
that's
brand.
producing Soundcore. These, I would say, relatively speaking, is a budget pricing for a headphone that is, I think, they're not bad. This is like price $99 USD. This is the Soundcore 1. Okay, it's not the Pro, the Soundcore 1. And I think that's the retail price, $99. I got it way cheaper at about, I don't know, 360 ringgit Malaysian. And that's like, what, $70? And while we were traveling in Japan, we came about the Anchor store in the departmental store, and we got one of each of these headphones to all the nieces and nephew that were there, and they were going for really cheap, like 200 ringgit, 250 ringgit.
Wow, that's like $50.
Yeah, that's like $50 for this Anchor Sound 1, I think. They are a little bit plasticish. And what I don't like is that the sound does travel when you tap on it. But otherwise, in terms of connectivity and all, it connects up to like 2 Bluetooth headphones and stuff. Not really for monitoring per se, but if you're just traveling and you're just going to use it, these are pretty great. And I also got the Liberty Pro that I bought in Japan. So this is their flagship Liberty wireless earbuds. They're okay. They're relatively inexpensive when compared to, say, the AirPods counterparts. Besides, like, say, the ability to really connect to, say, the iOS seamlessly, with the switching and all, this doesn't have that. Otherwise, I think these are
pretty good.
Yeah, the Liberty Pro sounds good. Right. I've also got the other one, the not so expensive sound Anchor ones. They don't sound that great. So Liberty Pro, it is pretty good. This is their flagship earbuds.
Can you show me what's inside? Like, I want to see what's the.
All right. So inside the cover is a
look
little
how
bit different.
fancy it flip out. So this is it. This is the one that. Are we looking at this one?
That's
is this
sort
the
of
same?
like a touch.
That one, yeah,
sensor
that one, right?
On the bottom, where you can swipe and turn on your ANC and stuff like that. So it's not very
the one that
sensitive, but
is
it
it
does
slightly
work.
different? Is it? Is it slightly different? Is this what
Yeah,
we're looking
so
at?
there you
Soundcore
go.
Liberty
That's the
4
same color that
Pro?
I have.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Soundcore has really come up like really good in terms of like the budget, but really good headphones because I use a Soundcore boombox during our workout and stuff like that, that I go for 180, and it's really good. I mean, for a budget price company for sound, you don't have to spend so much money to get the Bose and the Sonys, you know, if you're not into name brand, you know, stuff like that. But the Soundcore is pretty relatively really good, and I think it has a longer battery life, the one that John Lowe has, compared to some other ones. And in terms of comfortability, also, most people that I've seen wearing those at the airport say it's light, because um my Shure ones, they're so heavy on the head sometimes. I get tired wearing it. So then I just end up switching to the AirPods. But yeah, but then Charles also was saying the bone conduction ones. I don't know whether it's just me,
Oh,
and if you use it also,
I never tried
that
it, but
thing,
Sean said it's
yeah,
not
that
quite
thing, it
there.
just
It just
no,
you?
it itches my brain. Yeah,
Ah,
it itches my brain, and it's like tickling my brain or something. So I end
mm.
up not using it. I don't know whether because of the vibration that I always get on the upper temple over here. I've never really been a fan of it, and since it doesn't have a regular USB-C charger,
Mm.
that's why I stay away from those, because it comes with its own proprietary charger, and God knows how I break stuff, you know. So if it's not USB-C, I don't really go for it, because USB-C cables are all over there.
Want to quickly say hello to Hank. I'm not sure if you're still here. I don't think you might have left, but sorry, Hank, I didn't see your message. I'm just now scrolling back the messages early. Hello, Hank. Hank at eCamFam, Hank. And I also want to bring up Michael's comment earlier that I didn't get a chance to bring up because there's so many of us, 7 of us. So Michael says, I have the ATM50X, which is, what is the brand? ATM is... What is that brand? What is it? It's a very popular brand. I have a pair ATM. Is it ATM or ATX 50? ATM 50. What brand is it? Audio Technica.
Is
Audio
it
Technica.
Audio
Yes,
Technica?
yes.
Yeah.
Audio Technica and the Sony, probably the MDR7506. I like my M50, but they are also uncomfortable. Okay. And I want to answer also, there's a question that Michael asked earlier that's related to Ecamm. He asked, does Ecamm additionally add guests from Zoom into a grid? Okay, so I think I know what I think I know what he means. I'm going to attempt at least. So if you're talking about, so if I have a scene right now, I have a scene with Glenn in it. This is a camera scene, and I can choose whoever is waving, like me. So and actually, let me just show you my desktop. So if you see, I'm going to try to zoom in. So I have my camera switcher, and you guys are seeing this, right? I hope you are. Yes. So you see, I have my camera switcher turned on. So if you have your camera switcher, and if you click on somebody, it's going to switch over to that person. And so anytime you have your Zoom, so on this left side, you see this is the Zoom window, Michael. So I've added everybody in Zoom. So these are the 7 callers in Zoom, and I have to, in the Zoom window in Ecamm, I have to manually add them. Once you add them as a camera, they will then show up as a camera source. So I can then choose which camera. The camera ABCD is placeholder, and then I can assign whoever I want to that particular camera. So, but the good thing is that what you were referring to, my setup to explaining this was, you can additionally add people as you have more callers by doing so. So if I want to start with me alone, and then I want to add another person, I simply go to the camera switcher, I hold down Shift key, I click on Rob, and now there's a 2 up. Now 3 up, 4, 5, if I get properly, 6, 7, and if I want to, 8, up to 8 people. So, I mean, I think that's max. Oh wait, I forgot who. I forgot Matt. There you go. 8 of us, 7 guests, including me, 8. And I think that is the max that we can have at this point. I don't think you can add any addition. Oh, can you? Oh, yeah, you can do 9. Oh, this must be new.
No, I think you can do 10 inside of Zoom, and it's 8 inside of each.
But that is callers. That is like add how many people to your camera. But I'm talking about the grid, the layout. Like right now, if I add now 8 people, if I add on the 9th person, so maybe you can always add up to 9 people. So you can have a grid of 9 people up at the same time. And then, of course, what Glenn was referring to was how many callers from your Zoom call can you add to your Zoom to your camera. So you can add up to 8 people on here, and I believe 12. Is it 12, Glenn, or 10 on the interview mode?
I think it's 10 in
It's
Zoom
10.
and 8 in.
No, it's
camera. I
8
think
in
that's
Zoom.
Right.
I think it's 8 in
Yeah,
Zoom.
maybe I've got them backwards. I might have them backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, 8 people in Zoom. But now we get 9. Who left? Is it Rob? Rob got so excited with this new RØDECaster, he left. Okay, now that's the 8 of us. Or yeah, there you go. That's the 7 of us.
I don't like odd numbers. Yeah, I don't
I
like
know.
even how to call it odd numbers. I always
You like
making
even
things
numbers.
even.
Me too.
Yeah.
It looks a little
Yeah,
bit
on
of
the grid.
OCD in you.
I agree.
Let me see. I've made, you may not believe this, but I actually make notes of things that we want to talk about. Headphones. Oh, yes. Okay, so I do have a question written down. I know you may have touched on this again, but you can remind me, or at least do a summary for me, Charles. You were, you switched from the biodynamic to the NTH 100. Can you sum up again, like what the reason why you did that?
So when I got the RØDECaster Duo, I decided to give my kids my RØDECaster OG. And so I had the Barodynamics. They're good quality built, for the most part, pretty darn durable. And they have a long cord that comes with them. And so I was like, these would be good for the kids. So I went ahead and sent those along with my RØDECaster OG. And then I was like, well, I need a new set of headphones. And I'd heard some good things about these, and I just wanted to try something different. So I did.
Okay. And how do they compare to each other? Did you miss the sound, or did they sound very similar, or what?
They sound similar, and they're just as comfortable. In all actuality, I could probably say I can feel the padding around my ears.
Like
more
squishing
so on
it?
these. They don't squish.
But you can
No,
feel
I
it
don't
sealing?
have-
Like
I don't
it's-
have elephant ears, but I can feel. It's something to consider. For years I used uncomfortable headphones because I thought that's just how it had to be.
But compared to the
like-
Barodynamics, what is the difference?
I can feel the inner part of the padding.
Okay.
Like I can feel it just touching
For the NTH
like the backside
100.
of my ear.
Not uncomfortable, but you can
Not
feel the
uncomfortably.
padding.
I can just feel it. Like I know it's there, where in the Barodynamics I could not feel it. So
I
that's
love
if you have a
And
larger ear, I would probably say not get these.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get it.
So, I'd probably say go with Barodynamics, but if you have a normal ear, I guess, how do you say that?
Regular.
Yeah, if you have a
regular sized
regular
ear.
size ear,
Yes.
if you've never been made fun of your ears, then you'll probably be fine with the Rode.
the Rode doesn't get hot also. Like a
Yeah,
regular
it's supposed to have
headphone
some
does.
kind
When
of
I
a cooling material.
It breathes.
It-
It seems to
yeah.
breathe.
Matt?
Yeah, it breathes. It's made out of
Yeah.
that foam that lets air
Alcantara.
in. That's the reason I like them, because when I video edit, you can be 3 or 4
Comfort.
hours in this. and
You
your
don't
head
think
doesn't
about you
get,
have
all
like
the other
hours.
headphones. They were comfortable. Your ears get hot after about 2 hours.
John, when I get back to the States and I get my household goods, I got a brand new one. I'll ship it to you so you could try it. And if you like it, you can keep it. If you don't, just ship it back to me.
Sure. No, we should meet
Aw.
up.
Yeah,
We
we
should
should
meet
because
up.
I'll be in Missouri.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
let's find like a weekend or something and we can like meet in the middle or something, or you can come to KC or whatever you wanted to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, I got 72 days of leave that I got to burn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do that. Maybe you can come up like a weekend or something and to KC
Yeah,
or
yeah.
meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I'll come up.
72
Hopefully I get
days,
to
you
see-
can like travel from where you are right now
To
all
everybody.
throughout the whole entire 7 people,
Well,
including
first
me.
go to
Start from me
first
first.
go to John Lowe
Hey,
first.
hey, John Lowe, I am bad in Asia, okay? You don't want me like in Japan. I'll go broke when I go to Japan.
What do you buy?
'cause
What do you
I
buy?
like
Electronics or what? Oh, watches.
watches. Like I got a ton of G-Shocks and Casio and Seiko watches. Like I got like right now I got a big box full of watches that I have to carry on the plane. And electronics is so cheap out here compared to back in the States. And they all like original stuff. Also, like I could go to the electronic mall out here in Korea and I don't have to wait. I don't have to
Yeah.
wait for Amazon. I just walk in there, I get it, and I'm out, you know, and it is so bad because I compare the prices back to the States, look on Amazon, it's like, well, I'm saving $20 over here, but then it costs me like less than $5 to ride the train from who I am in Pyeongtaek to Seoul and back in a, you know, so it's like, yeah, I'm really bad with it, you know, so I have to leave this place and not go to no
Not
Asian
go
countries
shopping some
again.
more.
Nee has watches covered. I've got earpods covered.
Yeah, you should just go ahead and get a Rolex, Nee.
I'm not. I cannot. I'm not a Rolex kind of guy. I'm more of. I'm more of like
Casio.
a Seiko, Casio, something that I could bid, just because of the nature of my job. Also, you know.
I think this is Rob. He says, sorry, I had to go. So I think that must be Rob. So Rob, thank you so much for spending time with us and let us like help you set up your system and bear with us. You can hear his frustration with his camera.
He's a funny man.
I'll put a link. I'll
Rob
put
is
a
funny
link at the
man.
end of the show. I'll put a link to go over to RØDECaster Pro user meetup so you can check out the whole process.
John, real quick.
Yes,
I
Glenn.
thought you were in Chicago.
No, I'm in Kansas City.
Oh, I mean, I swear, I've been viewing.
You
all
always
this
thought that
time
Chicago?
with you in Chicago. I thought your water problems were in Chicago. I thought you were broadcasting from Chicago.
Yeah, you know,
I
the
don't know
closest
where I
biggest
got that.
city is probably Chicago. So we probably experience the same type of weather.
So are you like a Kansas City Chiefs person or?
Well, I'm gonna have to be. Sorry, haters gonna hate, but that's okay. It's
No. It's okay. It's
I know
okay.
we it's a set. Yes, of course. I am not a sports fan, so of course I'm going to support the Chiefs because they're hometown team. So yes, we will see. I guess the game is this weekend, right? Yeah, the Sunday.
Yeah,
So
Sunday.
the big game, Super Bowl is this weekend, and so next week we will see if well, it's not that big a deal. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. If we win, a lot more people will hate on the Chiefs. Like I can hear so many people like knocking on the Chiefs because they've been on this winning streak. It's like, oh, they're not really good, but they just keep winning. I hate them. So
I
You
love
know,
the
you want to hear a
commercials
joke
of
I
the-
heard
of them
today?
taking the money into the refs. That's the big joke about the Chiefs.
Ray, what'd you say? You have a
The
joke?
joke today is they should wait until everybody's watching the Super Bowl,
Uh-huh.
and then Canada should turn out all the lights.
Oh goodness. So I'm going to wrap this up, but this is a great example of what the community here that we're really starting to build up. And Matt, I think it's the latest member of this panel, and who's been here a long while? Like John's been here, Nee from the Clubhouse days, Charles, of course, and Arthur's also from
And
Clubhouse.
don't
Yes,
forget
Nee?
Ray Ray.
Yes.
Don't forget Ray Ray.
Yes. Ray's been there forever too, along with all the other Clubhouse folks. But Matt is starting from YouTube. So is Glenn. So is Rob, and we have like Ernesto who's watching. We have Aaron who joined. So I definitely encourage you to join. One thing that I want to kind of really tell you again is, there are times they're so male heavy. We're so male heavy, right? Thank you, Ray, for the balance. See, Aaron is here. Aaron,
Oh, really? You guys talk
I
so
made it
much
tiny.
about microphones. I bet you could get rich off of microphones. You know what you should do? Start a microphone socks. Get
Microphone
socks and
socks.
t-shirts.
But
Yeah.
anyway, what I wanted to say is, regardless, I started Learner to Learner because of my experience at Clubhouse. And when I say experience, I mean the learning community at Clubhouse, the soundcheck club that we do. We help people soundcheck. We come in with questions. Most of us, if you start to feel more comfortable, you don't feel stupid asking questions that you may not know the answer to. And people with the answer who are more experienced, like Sean, Matt with real life professional experience, would come here and explain in a way that you don't feel like you're stupid. And I think we want to keep that learning experience here. And if you're new and if you're watching this replay, and if you feel like, oh my gosh, I wanted to get this microphone, I don't have anybody to talk to, I'm overwhelmed by all the research that I've been doing, which should I get? What I want to do with my sound system, or I have my equipment already, like Rob has like a room full of equipment. You may not know how to use some of those yet. This is the place for you. So if you have questions, feel free to use the comment. I do read all the comments, and so you can use the comments to ask questions. I'll take those questions and we can post this to our panel here. Or better yet, if you have a system that you want to check, you can come on and join the Zoom call, the live call-in show part, and then we can hear you. The reason why I chose Zoom, or in fact, I started this show, this channel on YouTube because of Zoom integration to Ecamm, because I need to have a better audio connection. On Clubhouse, it's always been good, but on other apps, the sound may not always be good. Like, for instance, there is no way to turn on like original sound for musicians. So you can argue how good that is, but it's still way better than a lot of other apps. And therefore, I can have the sound has better fidelity, so we can tell you what we're hearing better. A great example was it here or in the RØDECaster Pro, in the other one, right? When we have the original sound turned on, now suddenly we can hear the problem that he was hearing, that Rob was hearing. So definitely at the end of the show, I'll add the link to that show so you can go through that process of how we troubleshoot and how we sound check your system together. No judgment, all learning. Okay, all right. Thanks, everybody. Any burning thing you want to say before I shut it down, Nee?
No, I was gonna say that also. It helps when you come here first before you go spend money to buy what you think is cheap. Like, for example, the example that you just gave about Rob's cable, and he had to go throw it away. He said, "Oh, I just bought it because I like the color." You're gonna end up saving money because you go get like Amazon Basics, and then you realize that, oh, this thing is
It's
crap,
too basic.
and it's not.
Matt
Yeah,
is shivering.
it's too basic. it's too basic.
It
Meanwhile,
sends
you
chills
could have
up
added-
Matt's spine.
Yeah, you could have added $20. You could have added $20
Hey,
to
this is a
whatever you bought
teaser.
and got a
Teaser
better
for
one,
next week.
you know?
Cables, like XLR cable. Maybe we can share which one you use, which one's good, which
Ogami.
cheap ones. Okay, I do have those. Are expensive. All my cables are Ogami. They're expensive. Let me tell you.
Actually, the best cables, I live in Nashville, so it's a little advantage, is the ones that are custom made by people.
Of course,
They
of
do.
course. Yeah. Built it the
That's-
way you want it to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if there's
Exact
anything,
length.
you go back to them and they'll fix it for you, or you can actually open it up
Exactly.
and fix it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so
like I'll show.
save your recommendations. Mogami Gold, whatever it is. Come back next week and we'll talk about cable. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Nee, John, Matt, Glenn, Charles, Arthur, and also Rob, who left, and Ray. Thanks for the conversations. Everybody participating in the chat, too. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.